Welcome, guys, to Vibe Speak English. All right, let's begin this English journey together. In this first level, the goal is simple, short sentences, easy vocabulary, clear ideas, nothing confusing, nothing fast. If you understand this story without stress, you are at least a 1 beginner level. My name is Lena, and I live in a small, cozy home with my younger sister. Our place isn't big, but it feels warm and peaceful, kinda like a quiet little world of our own. We have a kitchen, a living room, and one bedroom we share. It's simple, but honestly, it's pretty nice. Every morning, I wake up early. When my alarm rings, I open my eyes slowly. I'm usually still kinda sleepy, but it's okay. I sit up, stretch my arms, and take a small breath. The house is calm. I hear birds outside and the soft sound of the fan. It's a chill way to start the day. I walk to the kitchen and make breakfast. Most days, I eat bread, 1 egg, and some tea. Nothing fancy, just simple, good food. My sister joins me, still half awake, and we smile at each other. It's our little morning vibe. After breakfast, I get ready for work. I work at a small cafe near our house. It's not a big place, but I actually like it there. The cafe smells like fresh coffee every morning, and the music is soft. It feels kinda cozy. When I arrive, I say, "Good morning," to my coworkers. I clean the tables, check the cups, and get everything ready. When customers come in, I smile and say, "Hi, how can I help you?" I take orders, bring drinks, and sometimes chat a little. The conversations are short, but they make the cafe feel friendly. Around noon, the cafe gets busy. People come in fast. Workers on break, students grabbing drinks, parents with kids. Some people rush, some relax. I walk carefully so I don't drop anything. When someone says, "Thank you," it makes me feel good. It's a small thing, but it hits nice. During my break, I go outside for a few minutes. I eat lunch, usually rice or a sandwich, and watch people walk by. I like this part of the day. It feels calm and kinda cool to just sit and look around. When work is over, I walk home slowly. The sky is usually orange or pink. Kids play outside, and neighbors talk near their doors. I feel tired, but in a good way. Like, yeah, I did something today. At home, my sister waits for me. We eat dinner together, talk about our day, and sometimes watch a show. When I finally lie down in bed, I feel relaxed. Our room is small, but the warm light and quiet sound make it feel safe. My life is simple, but honestly, it's pretty good. If this story felt easy to understand, your English is clearly A1 or higher. If you're ready to test the next level, say Part 2. Welcome to the A2 elementary level. Here, sentences become a little longer. Ideas connect more smoothly. You'll hear more about routines, plans, and small details of daily life. If you can understand this whole story without much effort, you are at least A2. My name is Marco, and I live in a small apartment in a quiet neighborhood. The building is a little old, but it has a nice, homey vibe. It's not big or fancy, but it's comfortable, and honestly, it works for me. When I walk inside after a long day, I always think, all right, that feels better. I wake up around 7 every morning. I'm not a morning person, so I usually sit on the edge of my bed for a minute, just trying to wake up. The light coming through the window is soft, and the air feels cool. It's a pretty chill start to the day. I go to the kitchen and make breakfast something simple. Toast, cereal, or eggs if I'm feeling a little extra awake. I make a cup of tea and sit by the window. I like watching the street, kids walking to school, people heading to work, just normal stuff, but it kind of sets the vibe for my morning. After breakfast, I pack my lunch. Most days, I bring homemade food, rice, vegetables, and sometimes pasta. Nothing crazy, but it saves money. Then, I grab my bag and head out. My job is only 20 minutes away, so I walk. The street is calm, and the walk helps me wake up for real. I work at the front desk in an office. It's not hard, but it definitely keeps me busy. I answer phone calls, greet visitors, and help coworkers with small tasks. When the phone doesn't stop ringing, I'm like, okay, chill, one call at a time. But I stay calm, that's kind of my thing. My coworkers are pretty cool. During lunch, I sit with Sarah and Daniel. We talk about weekend plans, funny things that happened at work, or random stuff we saw online. It's nothing deep, but it's fun. After eating, we usually take a short walk outside. If the weather is nice, it feels great. If it's windy or raining, we laugh and run back inside like, nope, not today. The afternoon goes by fast. I answer emails, organize papers, and help anyone who needs something. When the clock hits 5, I turn off my computer and get ready to head out. I always say, see you guys tomorrow, because that's our little office routine. The walk home is slower. I like thinking about my day, the good moments, the busy ones, the funny ones. When I reach my apartment, I feel relaxed again. I make dinner, clean up a bit, maybe watch a show, and just chill. My life isn't super exciting, but it feels steady. And honestly, that's kind of nice. If this story felt easy to understand, your English is A2 or higher. Ready to level up again? Welcome to the B1 intermediate level. At this stage, stories feel more detailed. Sentences are longer. Ideas connect more naturally. You'll hear thoughts, routines, and light explanations. If you can follow everything without losing the message, your English is at least B1. My name is Luis, and I work as a computer technician in a small repair shop downtown. When people hear computer technician, they think it's some super serious, high-tech job. But honestly, it's a mix of problem solving, patience, and trying not to lose your mind when someone says, my laptop is broken, and the problem is just the charger unplugged. Happens all the time. I've been doing this job for about 6 years, and not gonna lie, I still enjoy it. Every day is a little different. Some mornings, I walk into the shop thinking it'll be a chill day. Then a customer shows up with a laptop that sounds like it's trying to take off like an airplane, and I'm like, all right, guess today's gonna be interesting. I start work at 8 a.m. As soon as I walk in, I make a quick coffee, nothing fancy, just something strong enough to wake me up. Then I check the list of repairs. Some jobs are easy, like replacing a keyboard or cleaning out dust. Other times, I spend hours trying to find one tiny problem that refuses to show itself. That part can be kind of frustrating. But when I finally fix something, it feels good like, yes, I won this battle. My coworkers are cool people. We joke around, help each other, and share snacks when someone forgets their lunch. Teamwork makes the day go smoother. And honestly, when you're dealing with tech that crashes for no reason, having people to laugh with really saves your mood. After work, I don't go home right away. My brain needs a reset. So, I walk to a small park near the shop. I put on my headphones and listen to music, sometimes chill songs, sometimes something louder if the day was wild. I sit on a bench and just breathe for a few minutes. That little break helps me clear my head. When I get home, I cook something simple and watch a video or a documentary. I like learning new things, especially about tech. I'm taking an online course because one day I want to open my own repair business. It's a big dream, but it feels real to me. And every day I learn something new. It feels like I'm getting a little closer. On weekends, I relax. Sometimes I hang out with friends. Sometimes I just play games or go hiking. Nothing crazy, just stuff that makes me feel good. My life isn't perfect, but it's moving forward, and that's what matters. If this story felt clear and natural to you, your English is at least B1. Ready for the next level? Welcome to the B2 upper intermediate level. At this stage, English becomes smoother and more expressive. You'll hear reflections, personal challenges, and more complex sentence flow. If you understand this whole story clearly, your English is at least B2. My name is Luis, and I work as a computer technician in a small repair shop downtown. When people hear computer technician, they think it's some super serious, high-tech job. But honestly, it's a mix of problem solving, patience, and trying not to lose your mind when someone says, "My laptop is broken," and the problem is just the charger unplugged. Happens all the time. I've been doing this job for about 6 years, and, not gonna lie, I still enjoy it. Every day is a little different. Some mornings, I walk into the shop thinking it'll be a chill day. Then a customer shows up with a laptop that sounds like it's trying to take off like an airplane, and I'm like, all right, guess today's gonna be interesting. I start work at 8 a.m. As soon as I walk in, I make a quick coffee, nothing fancy, just something strong enough to wake me up. Then, I check the list of repairs. Some jobs are easy, like replacing a keyboard or cleaning out dust. Other times, I spend hours trying to find one tiny problem that refuses to show itself. That part can be kind of frustrating, but when I finally fix something, it feels good like, yes, I won this battle. My coworkers are cool people. We joke around, help each other, and share snacks when someone forgets their lunch. Teamwork makes the day go smoother. And honestly, when you're dealing with tech that crashes for no reason, having people to laugh with really saves your mood. After work, I don't go home right away. My brain needs a reset. So I walk to a small park near the shop. I put on my headphones and listen to music, sometimes chill songs, sometimes something louder if the day was wild. I sit on a bench and just breathe for a few minutes. That little break helps me clear my head. When I get home, I cook something simple and watch a video or a documentary. I like learning new things, especially about tech. I'm taking an online course because, one day, I want to open my own repair business. It's a big dream, but it feels real to me. And every day I learn something new. It feels like I'm getting a little closer. On weekends, I relax. Sometimes I hang out with friends. Sometimes I just play games or go hiking. Nothing crazy, just stuff that makes me feel good. My life isn't perfect, but it's moving forward. And that's what matters. If this story felt clear and natural to you, your English is at least B1. Ready for the next jump? Welcome to the C1 advanced level. Here, English becomes more nuanced. Ideas connect through logic, reflection, and subtle emotional expression. If you follow this comfortably, your English is at least C1. My name is David, and I've been a project manager in the tech world for almost a decade now. And I won't sugarcoat it, this job is no walk in the park. Managing deadlines is easy. Managing people? That's the real challenge. Projects follow logic, timelines, budgets, rules. People follow emotions, stress, ambition, fear, and sometimes vibes that don't make sense at all. My day usually starts early. I like to get to the office before everyone else because that quiet hour hits different. I grab a coffee, open my laptop, and review everything: client messages, team updates, potential issues. That early calm helps me read the room before the room even fills up. It's the mental reset I need to deal with whatever chaos decides to show up later. When the team arrives, the building comes alive: keyboards clacking, people laughing, someone complaining that the printer hates them again. That mix of noise and movement feels like the heartbeat of the workplace. Each project is a different beast. Sometimes we're building a new app. Other times we're fixing something that broke at the worst possible moment. My job isn't to know every technical detail, it's to keep everyone aligned, supported, and not freaking out when things go sideways. Over the years, I've learned something important. People rarely need a boss. They need a leader. Someone who listens before talking, someone who stays calm when the pressure rises, someone who says, "All right, let's figure this out," instead of, "Who messed this up?" Leadership isn't about being the loudest voice. It's about being the most grounded one. When a team member is stressed, I don't jump in with solutions. I give them space to talk it out. It's wild how often people already know what they just need someone patient enough to hear them. Of course, things don't always run smoothly. Deadlines shift, clients change their minds last minute, bugs appear out of nowhere. When things get messy, I remind the team, mistakes aren't failures, they're data. We learn, adapt, adjust, and keep moving. One night, during a major launch, our system crashed out of nowhere. Everyone panicked. Instead of pushing harder, I told the team, "Take 10 minutes, step away." They looked at me like I was crazy, but that break saved us. Someone spotted the error right after cooling off. Sometimes, stepping back is the smartest move in the room. After long days, I go home craving silence. I cook, read, or just let my thoughts settle. That quiet time reminds me that leadership isn't something you switch off. It's something you grow into day by day, decision by decision. If this story felt clear, natural, and emotionally detailed, your English is operating at a strong C1 level. Ready for the next challenge? Welcome to the C2 expert level. Here, English becomes subtle, expressive, and flexible. Ideas expand. Emotions hide inside sentences. Meanings shift depending on tone. If you can follow this without effort, your English is operating near native level. My name is Elijah, and I didn't realize how much life had shifted until one quiet evening hit me out of nowhere. I was sitting by a lake, not on some dramatic adventure, not on vacation, not escaping anything, just sitting. And for the first time in a long while, I wasn't rushing. I wasn't thinking about deadlines, messages, or the next thing on my to-do list. It felt weird at first, almost uncomfortable, like my brain didn't know what to do without stress. That's when I noticed the people around me. A family teaching their kid how to skip stones, an older couple walking slowly, hand in hand, two students studying with their headphones in, nodding to music only they could hear. Everyone moving at their own pace, no rush, no panic, just living. And something about that scene hit different. It wasn't dramatic, just honest. I realized I'd been living like everything was an emergency, always solving, fixing, pushing, grinding. I convinced myself that's what being responsible meant. But looking at the lake, I wondered, responsible to who? And for what? That question stuck with me, no joke. As the sun dropped lower, the water shifted from blue to this soft gold, and I swear it felt like time finally slowed down enough for my thoughts to catch up. I didn't get some magical answer, but I did get clarity, the kind that sneaks up on you, the kind you don't recognize until you're in the middle of it. On the walk back to my car, I felt lighter, like I had finally exhaled after years of holding my breath. I started noticing small things: the crunch of gravel, the wind brushing against my jacket, the distant sound of kids laughing. These tiny details reminded me of something I'd forgotten. Presence isn't a luxury, it's a skill. Over the next few weeks, I tried slowing down on purpose. Not in a dramatic, I'm changing my life way, just small shifts. Sitting with my morning coffee a little longer, listening to people without planning my response, taking the long route home just because the trees looked nice. And honestly, it all felt surprisingly real, like I'd been living life on fast forward, and now I was finally hearing the soundtrack. I learned something simple but powerful. Peace doesn't show up with fireworks. It shows up quietly, and you only catch it if you're willing to pause. If everything in this story felt clear, natural, and emotionally layered, your English is working at a true C2 level. Ready to go further into the beyond native levels? You've completed the journey. And that's it, your full journey from A1 all the way to C2 expert level. If you made it this far, trust me, you're at expert level. You didn't just test your English, you tested your mindset. If you want. Next part from C2 to mastery level test. Stay connected and comment part 2. Remember, fluency isn't something you reach. It's something you grow into every single day. So keep showing up, keep listening, keep practicing, and most importantly, keep believing you're capable of more. If you enjoyed this breakdown, drop a comment, hit like, and subscribe. Because your English journey? Yeah, it's just getting started. See you in the next one.